Brett Caldwell with Keller Williams and MAPS Coaching, here to walk you through a little exercise I do with operating principals to help them reframe helping their team leaders get to gross 10 every month at a 4-to-1 conversion ratio. So basically, Mr. OP, pull your trend report out for me and tell me what the number is for profit per agent for the year of 2016. And in my example, I'm going to use $1,200 as a profit per agent number in 2016. And I'm going to ask the OP, so Mr. OP, what percentage of the office do you own? And in this scenario, I'm going to use 40%. So I'm going to ask him, do me a favor and multiply that number times your ownership percentage, and I'm going to get a number of $480. So, Mr. OP, you realize every agent in your office puts an average of $480 in your pocket a year. That's a pretty cool number, but let's take this a little bit step further. So you have the opportunity to help your team leader get to a place where they're hiring 10 agents a month. And if you just do some simple math here, 10 agents a month creates income for you of $4,800 a month in income opportunity of growth. So if we annualize that, multiply it by 12 months, it creates a annual income increase of $57,600. So, Mr. OP, is $57,600 worth it to you to hold your team leader accountable to grossing 10 agents a month? I certainly believe it is. However, let's take this a step further. So at $57,600 annual potential increase in income in your pocket, how much time do you really spend holding your team leader accountable, going through the pipeline, having that coaching moment with your team leader? I believe 1 hour a week is sufficient to spend dedicated, going over the pipeline, consulting your team leader through accountability and coaching to get them where they need to be. So we're going to be generous and say you're going to take 2 weeks vacation this year. So basically you're going to spend 1 hour a week for 50 weeks a year, and it's going to take you 50 hours worth of work in 2017 to do this activity. So if I do some simple math here and divide your annual potential income growth divided by the amount of time you would take to hold this activity accountable, it's basically $1,152 per hour. That hour you spend with your team leader once a week is worth $1,152 per hour to you. Now you got to ask yourself, that number, is that a pretty powerful hour in your week? I believe it to be. And secondly, what else do you do that pays you almost $1,200 an hour? I'm not sure. There's a lot of tasks in your week that would have a higher priority than the 1 hour a week with your team leader, holding them accountable, getting them to that gross 10 to where your income skyrockets, the team leader's income skyrockets, on down to the staff and profitability. This puts money in everybody in your organization's pocket. So hope we see the light today. Here's to your gross 10 and your 4-to-1.